Buenas noches, mi gente. Triple M here on Sirius Tejano. Um, Happy Thursday, December 18th. Welcome, everybody. Our co host, George, will be arriving at some point in time, so you might see him pop in. But for now, you're stuck with me, Triple M, here on Sirius Tejano. We want to thank everybody that is tuned in. And before we get started, I do want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. But without further ado, we have a very special guest. We have Miss Laura Saenz in the house. She is a special promoter, and we're going to go ahead and bring her in. Hey, Laura.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm getting you.
I'm good. I'm good. Where are you located?
I'm located in Samuel, Texas,
San
in the
Benito.
956.
Puro 956. I love
Yeah,
it. I love it. How's the weather out there?
it's warm.
Here, too. It was cold this weekend, and then I don't know what happened. It was in the 50s today, but how was your day?
Good, just was at work and then I came home, got ready for the show and stuff.
So, you have a work outside of this work?
Yes, I have an 8 to 5 job. I've been doing it for already going to be 11 years.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
So, like us, we're trying to struggle and juggle, right?
Yeah,
All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. So, Laura Signs, you are a what we call in the industry a promoter of the music and promoter of bands and labels, right?
yes. I help distribute music and promote them all over social media. Music.
How did you get involved in this part of the music industry? This like how was it? How did you get involved in it?
Well, 2017 I was helping out a venue promoter, and then 2019 I we separate went our different ways, and then I started the distribution a month later in February 2019. And so and all the stuff that I've been doing has been on like learning a lot, like on the distribution side and the radio side, because when I was with the venue promoter I was just doing the graphics for him and stuff like that. So I learned a lot on my own and with people helping me. I got into Leon Promotions as a distributor and promotions.
And like, were you always watching the Hana music? Were you drawn to it, or is it something that you've come to like learn to love? Why
Um, I,
Tejano music?
I've my thanks to my mom, she loves the Hana music, so I grew up with it in the '90s, and I came back into the scene when I started before starting the promotions and stuff. So I'm also learning a lot of the groups and the history of all the artists and stuff. And I like to learn, so like I like to um, learn about a lot of stuff of the music.
And what bands did you grow up listening to? Like, what was the first band that just kind of put
It
it
was
in that you wanted to do it?
um, the first bands I was introduced to was like Laura Canales and La Mafia, Los Palominos, and Steffi Montel and Elida and all those awesome artists.
Nice. So being on the side of promoting, you're kind of in the I don't want to say background, but you're kind of in the background running circles around the bands while they're doing what they need to do. You're kind of keeping on track of social media and you're keeping track of what's going on in the industry, right? So
Yeah,
tell us a little bit about that.
yeah. I call it keeping up with the artists instead of like keeping up with the Kardashians. Is the artists like I like to keep a track of them because at the end of the year with some awards, um, the artists that I've helped out, I nominate them for a possible nomination to the awards. And the questions they ask are like, do they have music from this year? Did they perform this year? So it's like you have to keep track of all that stuff so you could put them in there according to requirements and um, um, qualifications too.
So
And
it's a lot of keeping up with everything. Not
yeah,
only what your bands are doing, but what everyone else is doing.
yeah, because also too is like you need to be in like current event stuff for Toronto. It's like what's going on over here, what's going on over here, what awards are over here and stuff like that. So it's just like I like to keep track of the artists and just see how things are going with the Toronto scene as well.
Um, what are some things that help you? Because I mean, you're not just representing one band. Let's tell them how many bands you are actually representing.
Right now I have 10, but I do help out labels too. So it's just like um they're not my bands, but I still help them out with the labels and stuff, so I get to know them as well too. So it's like I have a lot, and I've helped out in the past as well a lot of people too.
10 bands. You got to keep up with performances, music, venues in their area because they're not all in the 956. They're all over Texas, right?
Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, in the Midwest. I have some artists that way too, so it's like all over U.S. They're out to
Dang, girl. You're literally in all the time zones having to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, because like I have when I started, I have the adults that were in Michigan area, the Midwest, and I have Texas, and I have Rosalva and the crew in New Mexico, and I've helped out people in Arizona with these Alberto Gallegos. So it's like all around the U.S.
Oh, that's so amazing. That's so amazing. What has and how long have you been doing this side of the promoting?
Next year will be 7 years.
7 years. Okay. So in the 7 years from when we started to where we are now, what has been your biggest like aha moment? Like, oh man, I should have did that a long time ago, or like what has been your biggest aha moment?
Just I don't know. Like I've had like oh I should have done like this or but it's like I don't remember because it's like but it's like maybe with the award stuff and the graphics too. It's like I like oh I should have done this or I should have done that with the graphics or stuff like that. So yeah.
And we're going to talk about the good and some of the stuff that's not so positive because it all goes in hand.
Mhm.
Really quickly, big salutes are going out to Terry out there in Colorado, George Salazar, Norma Salazar. They said Laura is super awesome and we love this girl, and
Mhm.
she's one of the best and so humble and down to earth. I love it, and it is. I mean, you and I haven't really, you send me music and I play it and I see you in our lives and I see you promoting, but we've never really had a chance to interact up until this year, honestly. And I don't know if that's something that you prefer because I don't like to, you send out a lot of things, right? And I
Yeah.
can only imagine if everybody replied to you, you'd be like, yeah, okay, send that.
Yeah, no, but I like when they reply back because they give like good reviews and they give me thumbs up and they're like, yes, it's on rotation and so it's good for people to reply back. And sometimes I'm like, did they get it? But the good confirmation is when I hear the music on the radio. So it's just like, so they don't really have to like confirm. I get confirmation with my ears on the radio. I'm like, hey, I submitted that song out there and I'm hearing it right now and stuff. So
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't reply, but I do play it. I do download
yeah. And I get it. People are also busy too. It's like, oh, they might be busy with other stuff, or, and also like, I do follow up. So it's like, okay, I give them like a couple of days, and then I follow up just to make sure they did receive the music because it's like I want my artists to have like all the exposure that they can get with all the radio stations, because it's for that it's like it helps them with their venue stuff because people will be like, oh, I've heard them, let's go check them out and stuff like that. So it's just like but yeah, so I make sure like they everybody gets the music.
Yeah, and we're going to get into the importance of like how vital you are to the industry. Before we get to that, but you jumped into the promoting side, because you were exposed to doing a little bit of work with one area. Now
Mhm.
you're literally across the United States.
Mhm.
Um when bands approach you, or their managers approach you to help, um do you go through a filtering process where you're like, it's not me, like I'm not going to be the best one to promote you, or do you just kind of say, I'm going to take you in and do my best job? Like, is there a filtering process? Because we get a ton of music, right? And
Mhm.
I have to find ways to incorporate it in my playlist.
Mhm.
So I imagine that you're going to go through a similar process.
Yeah, I do a similar process and see like, okay, will I be able to help them or not? Because the only promotions is for the benefit of the artist. Whatever they need, I can help them out and stuff like that. Especially the newcomers. I help them out, give them their stepping stool, and then if they need to go somewhere else, it's fine and stuff. So it's like, it's not like not for me. It's more for the artist, for them to gain what they want to gain with their music careers and stuff.
And you give advice about the music. You're like, it's gonna hit, or because you've seen it and you
Yeah.
see radio stations and apps and DJs play.
Hmm.
Um, are you able to say, I'm gonna send it, but I'm gonna tell you right now, like if you move in this direction, do you try to hold back that advice, or do you give them advice?
No, I say like it's I do give them some advice. I'm like, yo, let's see how it does it. I give me like cross my fingers and stuff like that, and then I do say like it's a hit and all that stuff. So yes.
And by now, being in the business 7 years, you kind of already know. And you've watched my podcast, the podcast I have with the guys, Let's Talk
Mhm.
Tejano. Like, what's your theory on how Tejano music is progressing or not progressing?
I think it's progressing uh with new music and stuff like that. It's just that the we need to get it more pushed out there to for more the Hano music to get more exposure. Because I've seen like on comments and stuff like, oh, I've never heard of her or I never heard of them, and it's like, I wish I could help them out and stuff with that. So it's like,
And,
but
and we talk about the importance of our fans, and I always kind of get on a little bit of a rant that our fans don't understand how important they are to the music.
mm-hmm.
You see it firsthand, right? Like if
Mm-hmm.
they're not listening to the music or streaming or downloading or requesting it, it affects you and what you're doing, right?
Yeah, because it's like me when I like promote, I like to use a lot of the links because it gives them easy access to the Spotify or iTunes and stuff. I know there's I used to do like flyers and stuff, but I have learned like the flyers don't really, you don't know if they will actually click on or go and search the 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 song, on Spotify. But if you do the link, they'll be able to click on it and take them directly to the artists. So
Do you think so? Age is playing a factor, right? Like,
mhm.
we have older Tejano fans that may not be too tech savvy. Do you think that we have enough apps and DJs and access to the music that's not really a viable excuse?
No, I don't, yeah, there's some of there's a lot of apps and stuff that does help out too, because like I use a lot of the apps of the radio stations, and it's really easy now with the Bluetooth and stuff. So
So there's access. So I mean,
mhm.
if you're in here or you're watching this right now or even after the fact, and you're
Mhm.
saying like, I don't hear new music because I hear the same stuff over and over, it's
Mhm.
really because of where you're accessing the music, because there's so many apps that play new music. I mean, we
Yeah.
have Live 365. That's an app in itself.
Mhm.
LIVE 365, and we have so many radio stations on there. Sirius Tejano being one of them. They're playing music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they have live DJs that jump in and play music live. We're
Mhm.
taking requests just like a normal radio.
Mhm.
There's plenty of apps that are doing that. And the thing about like Sirius Sahano is they push a lot of new music whether it be new music from a veterano or
Mhm.
a new music from a new artist. So it is out there. I think we just need to find a way to educate the fans,
Mhm.
and I don't know. I mean, that's kind of like the struggle and pull of, of the industry, is how much more can we give them? We give everything at their, you provide links and you provide names and you provide songs. Like, what else can we do? So it's
Mhm.
up to the fans, and I'm reading the comments as we're going through.
Mhm.
So it was going out to Marie out here in Waxahachie. We have Anna New Braunfels. We have Celeste Escobar. Welcome in. I know I saw a comment from H Town. Let's see. Big saludos. Yeah, Celeste from H Town, Jonathan out there in Hondo, Marina Chavez. Thank you to everybody. Please continue to share the live. If you have questions for Miss Laura, if you're just jumping in, she is a promoter within the Tejano industry. She has over 10 bands and helps out labels. And we're explaining what her role is in the Tejano industry. It's a vital role because without her sending me music, I wouldn't know where to find the artists, right? Sorry, my light died. I wouldn't know where to find some of this music because sometimes artists are just coming out with their music and they haven't been on all the music media platforms. So
Mhm.
that's kind of what your role is, right?
Mhm.
So of the 10 bands that you're working with, they're all over the United States. She's in almost, I don't know what, Texas being the biggest one, of course, but in the Midwest, that one really surprises me. When I first learned that they were doing so many festivals out there, how was it? Did they reach out to you when you were finding these bands, or were you out there searching? Like, do you go out and search for these bands?
I've been um like I say I've gotten from referrals. Um, they they mention like my name, and they get in contact with me, and since I like when I started, I was like I need to put myself out there as a company so people can get to know me. So I was just out there just promoting my stuff, and then as soon as I got the artists by referrals and stuff like that, that's when like it spread like wildfire that I was helping out people. So
So it's word of mouth of what great work you do.
yeah. hmm So like with the dot goals, I was helping out the Sun, which is junior dot goal and the All Star Awards. I mean Midwest All Stars. And then he junior he um referred to his nephew, which is Martin Hernandez from Los Banger Brothers. And now I'm helping out their grandfather, which is Juve Dalco Senior. He's and so it's like a little circle right there with the family helping out the Dalcos.
You're like their personal promoter right there.
Yeah. So
um,
it goes in circles. So it's like which is cool because you get to know like the family, like, oh yeah, that's your dad or that's your uncle or that's your grandfather and stuff like that. So
that is really cool.
Mhm.
Um, what has been the hardest part of being a promoter within the Tejano industry?
um just getting the word out there about the artists. You can do so much getting like the views and the on Facebook and stuff. Like I like for to get more views on the Facebook so the artist can get new listeners and new audience. That's why I like to like on TikTok. I like to get so many followers and do a lot of videos. So hopefully the artist will get more audience and more exposure too. So it's like I wish I can like and sometimes on Facebook if you post so much they like kind of limit you too. So it's like I have to wait. I'm like, but Facebook, I'm working here.
And it's, they want you to post, but then you get capped. So I totally get
Yeah.
it. So social media can be a hindrance, but it can also be very helpful. I
Yeah.
get it. I get it. So, exposure to bands has been the most toughest thing that you have. And what if you could have any magical tools, or like what would be the biggest help? How what would you, if you could ask for anything on that, what would you ask for?
No, no limits.
No
No
limits.
limits. And like also like those hashtags and stuff to work good too, because it does work on TikTok, but sometimes I feel it doesn't work on Facebook. So I just wish they would like do more horizon for those hashtags.
And so if someone's new to the social media, and because you're technically kind of like a content creator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you're new to the social media world, whenever we use that little number sign, the hashtag as they call it, and they
Mm-hmm.
put Tejano music, anybody that's liking or searching Tejano music on whatever platform you're using it on, your hope is that your post is going to appear with it. So the more hashtags you might, so that's why we're talking about, like when we're trying to find you all on social
Mm-hmm.
media, that's what we're doing. We're when we hit the at highlight or at whatever, we're trying to reach as many people to get exposure.
Yeah.
But also as a fan, if you see like a video that Laura or any of her bands make, and you're like, man, that's a good song, share it,
Mm-hmm.
because you're going to help that video go to someone who may have never heard it, may never be exposed to Laura or her band because they haven't found them yet. So it's a really good thing if you are on social media and you see something you like, to first of all like it or heart it, whatever the social media is for that one, and then share it or repost it,
Yeah.
and help, help the bands. It costs the fans absolutely nothing to do that, and it really helps out a band that may be trying, especially if you've liked them, you someone else might, and even if you don't, but maybe someone else will. So it's something that we can all help each other with.
Yeah, because on TikTok, that's how I am. Like, if I like a band or I like something, I repost it because that is actually helping the content creator. Like, if you save it and then you download it, it didn't give you the information, not the other people. So I like to just repost it, like it, maybe even put it in my story so other people could see it. Because since I do have a good following on TikTok, a lot of people will see my shares and reposts. So
If you see my reposts, they're crazy.
yeah,
It's music or prayer. Like that's it right now. That's all I got going on with my reposts.
yeah, because there was this artist that she was like, because I've been like resharing her stuff. They're like, oh, thank you for resharing. I'm getting new followers or I'm getting new views and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, because like I'm just paying it forward because I have a good following on TikTok. Like I want them to have good followings too, because that's how they'll get their music heard too.
Absolutely, absolutely. Saludos going to Kelly D, la comadre Kelly D. Saludos, amiga. Thank you for stopping in. She's also an interviewer here on Sirius Sahano, so please be sure you all are following Kelly D, whether you're watching it now or later. We definitely appreciate the support. Um, so we kind of asked her what your wish list is. Um, have you ever, and you don't have to say any tough names or anything, or you don't have to say their name, but have you ever worked with a really tough band where you're just like not clicking? Like, have you ever had to say like, look, maybe we're not compatible and what you want, what I can do for you?
So far, no, I haven't had that yet. But that's I've been really grateful for that. And so it's just but no, I haven't really had that issue yet. I've been really thankful for all the artists that have been able to come and use Leon Promotions for radio distribution and promotions and stuff like that. And so it's just like so far I have not had any issue artists.
Any issues with artists? So that's
Mhm.
really good. That's really good because in the Dahano world, there's always a little bit of drama happening, and
Mhm.
it's good to know that you've kind of just taken all that away, and it just shows the level of professionalism that you have, and I admire that. I've
Mhm.
always liked getting your emails and the way you have them formatted, and um, when did you create your business? Because now you have an actual business, and it didn't start out that way, right?
No, my business was in 2019 that I started. And ever since then I've been learning. I still learning. Um, since my real career is in home health billing, medical billing. So when I got into the music stuff, I was like, I need to learn. I need to learn all like what's going on in the music industry. Um, like I've attended um music conferences, so I could just like learn all the stuff about the like mechanical rights and neighboring rights and stuff like that. So, and I like to learn for my artists. Like, if I learn something new and I could share it with the artist, then or help them out with something that like, oh yeah, I heard about this, or I've heard about that. So I like to be in the know. Like I said, I've attended like music conferences and just read stuff on uh, that website called LinkedIn. If you follow the correct companies, you'll learn a lot of stuff about the music stuff.
Oh, that's awesome. So you're kind of just doing your own research because there's no manual for being a promoter.
No, I
And
like
there's
to.
no like here, give you all the phone numbers, give you all the email addresses. Like
No,
there's
I
not an easy way. You kind of have to do it yourself,
Yeah,
right?
I have to like I did everything myself. I love to research, so I researched a lot of stuff and did like find a lot of the radio emails and stuff like that, and so it's just like also too like also about the digital platform distribution as well too. So I'm very familiar with that site too because I've have helped them with the digital distribution platforms as well.
So you had to learn how to do. First of all, you had to learn how to make your business
Mm-hmm.
because I wasn't taught that in school. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to learn how to make the business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you started researching. And what do you? I mean, if you wanted to share, who was the first band that you promoted?
Junior Darko and the Midwest All Stars
I think
from.
honestly, that's about when I was getting into the radio, and my mentor, my boss, was getting emails from you, and he
Mhm,
would just forward them to me, and I'm like, "Who? How did you find Laura?" You know, I was learning everything, and I remember that being one of the bands that because I was helping him digitalize and moving everything because he was a CD when I first met him,
mhm,
and then we were moving everything to digital, and that's when he started getting a lot more emails of the music, you know. So that was about when I started in the industry, I should say, in the radio world. So it
mhm,
was a really cool see that we moved from a lot of albums and people sending us music to actually getting it right away, like instantly we'd have something in our hands.
mhm.
So your first band, and then how did you acquire them? Like, what was that? Did you reach out to them? Did they reach out to you? Like, what was that? Because it's your first band.
They reached out to me because they were actually with the promoter, venue promoter that I was helping out before. So and then when I had posted that I was stepping going away from that venue promoter, and I had written something down saying like I'm no longer with this person. It was like an honor to help everybody out. And then when I started my Leona promotions, I had people reach out to me like that. So
So once you put it out there that you were a promoting company, are you a one woman band, like, or do you have like a staff that helps you out?
Tommy, Ami, but I have gotten help from a couple of people along the way. So but it's just mainly me. Like I send out everything. I do follow-ups. I do my own graphics. When I had Right now my website is being constructioned and it's by me too. So it's like i'm a one I'm a multitasker thanks to my job. My 8 to 5 job, I'm a multitasker, so I'm applying it to Leon Promotions.
So you have your normal, we call our real work, right? And then we
Mhm.
have the tough job, which is this one where we do it for the love of the music,
Yeah.
really.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do it for the love of the music because other than that, really quickly, big saludos going out to David Villa. Oakland is watching, he said. Saludos going to my mom. She's out there in Greeley, Colorado. Saludos. Danny Noyola, Andy Cardenas, Anna Reyes. Who else we got out there? Velma. Hello, Velma. And everybody that's watching, thank you so much. Whether you're watching it live or after the fact, you can always comment where you're watching from. We're getting to know Laura. She is a promoter in the music industry, and to boot, she's a female promoter, which yay, go girl. But she works really hard. We're learning a lot about the business. If you have questions for Laura, please just put them in the chat. And I'm watching the chat over there so that way we can get your questions answered. So moving on from the timeline, you started to grow, and is there going to be a cap to how many bands you want to help out?
Um, no, I like to help out anybody that needs the help. Like I don't really like to turn away people that need it. Um, and sometimes it could just be a couple of months. I've had some that are years that I've had helped out. So it's just like if and some of them have gotten quiet. Like I submitted music like last year, but they didn't have any music this year. So it's like I understand they get quiet on sometimes. So it's like but yeah, it's like I like to help out anybody that needs to help. I especially when I have the resources that I could help them out with.
Do you ever feel like there's too many bands coming out at one point, or do you stagger, or do you just put out as they're putting music to you?
No, I put it out as soon as they send me the music, I send it out. And my procedures don't really is really fast, so I don't really say, oh, it takes me like hours to send it out. No, it takes me within minutes to send out music. So with my procedures, so it's like, I don't, and I even tell people like, if you need me to send out last minute, that's fine. Like I'm here to help you out and stuff like that. So.
That's really cool. Um, so like putting yourself out there and taking on a lot of bands, is what's your favorite type of music? Let me ask you that. Just a personal opinion.
Um, I like Tejano and Conjunto since I was like really like grew up with it. My I could say Conjunto because my mom's late cousin is Freddie Gomez, and he's a Conjunto uh legend or icon. So he had a lot of so it's like Conjunto. I was grew up with Conjunto music, and I do like the Hana music too. But I do have my how to say rock music side, and but I like to listen to all types of music. Like there's times where like, oh, I know this person from like Brazil music, like, and then I also like smooth jazz music. So it's like I have a whole encyclopedia of music that I really like. Like I don't really stick with one because I like to um broaden my horizons with all the artists that of music. It's not just one. It's like, but I've been more when I was also growing up. It was been more like the heavy metal, rock, hard rock, and maybe emo rock. So it's just like
We may
so.
have grew up in the same era. Were you into that big hair bands, or were you more
Uh,
into like what was the band of your choice back then?
Back then, I was like Alien Ant Farm and the Blink 182 and Red Hot Chili Peppers. So it's like it's a mixture of all the rock. So
Yeah. So you might
and
be a little younger than me. You might be a little younger than me because that was in my little older. I was a little bit older when that one came out already. That's really exciting. So, would you only promote the Hano bands at this moment? Is that your sole focus?
no, I'm open up to all genres. Like I've helped tried help to help country music, some artists have approached me, and I've tried helping them out, and Latin music too. So there's like, I'm open. It gives me a challenge, but I like challenges and stuff. I like to research even more radio stations for them. So um, I leave my door open to everybody that needs the help.
So let's go on to Roy. He said, "Congratulations, Laura." Roy. Yes. Let me see who else is out here. So all genres of music. Do you feel like you have to become like savvy in every type of music, or is it just from?
I think you do, because you need to know which radio stations accept that kind of music. You cannot just send it out to everybody and expect them to accept it. You're sending out like an R&B music to the Hano station, it's
Not gonna fly.
not gonna fly. So it's like, you have to know, like, okay, these radio stations play this kind of music, and then these stations play this kind of music. So it's just like, you have to be knowing which stations play, and how they take the music as well too.
Yeah, absolutely. And knowing what like I imagine that there's times that radio stations are accepting music or when they'll play it for you. So knowing when to send that out, when's the best time to send those out,
Hmm.
it is also something you have to learn.
Yeah, yeah, and so like, I do like to learn a lot of that stuff for the artists.
Yeah. So let's go on to TDK. He goes, "This is my first time seeing Laura doing an interview. We got the first interview, TDK.
Yes,
We had
I like to be more behind the scenes.
I think I asked you what like last year? Was it last year? I sent you an email like, oh, I remember a long time ago, and I was like, oh, she didn't respond. I'm like, I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna give her a little bit of time. And then this time you were like, maybe. And I was like, maybe. We got her on the hook a little bit.
Yeah, because it's like, I need to get let people know who I am too. Like that's why sometimes it's like, I like to go out, like, support my local venue here, which is Lucky Shot. So I go as much as I can to that place. So people could say, like, yes, I am out there. And then when one of my artists comes down to the valley, I try my best to go see them and support them as well.
And that's important for the fans to know, though, that being in the venues and supporting bands is also big, not just listening to them on the radio. Because,
Hmm.
first of all, we talk about it on Let's Talk Tejano, but there's a different vibe
Hmm.
in person, and they're
Hmm.
playing a little bit extra or longer, or it's a little bit of a it's just a little bit different than hearing it for 3 minutes and 28 seconds. You might hear the song for 5 minutes, like, and dance the whole time.
Yeah.
George is Christmas party season, so we he had a company party, so it's just the girls tonight. You're stuck with us. He said, he said, Laura, you've been around for a while. Yeah, she's been around for 7 years,
Hmm.
7 years long, and she's very vital to the industry. What Laura does and what all the promoters do, not just Laura, but what all the promoters do is help the evolution of Tejano music. If they're not out here pushing music, DJs and radio stations and venues would not know who the bands are. So Laura plays a very vital role. Her and all the other promoters, um, of trying to keep new music and new bands and in your face. Like, literally, that's what she's trying to do, not just to us as DJs or radio stations, but to you all on social media. So she plays a very intricate role, and there's a lot of great promoters out there. We all want to work together in this industry. We need to work together, and I feel like everyone plays their part. But being a promoter, what I've already learned from Laura tonight is amazing, because you have to kind of you have to be on it. You can't just let it come to you and then you just send it out. Like, you kind of have to there's a lot of work behind it. Like, you have to know what the music is about. You write bios on them. You tell us where the music can be found,
Hmm.
so knowing where all that is, like that's really amazing. That is really real. So you, it's, I don't think there's enough emphasis to what you're doing in the industry,
Yeah.
and that's what we wanted to do here. When Joe and I talked about it, I was like, we need to push to see what our promoters are doing, because it's just phenomenal that all the work that you guys do. I mean, just seeing the emails that we get, everything that goes behind that email.
Mm.
Promoting is a hard job. Absolutely. They said it's a great interview. She might be biased. It's my mom, but I'll take it. Okay? I'll take it. I do want to promote one of your songs tonight, and we picked one. But if you have another one, you let us know.
Mhm.
Do you want to introduce the song that we're gonna play tonight?
um, One is the Homeboys Aurora por Ley. Um,
Oh, we're
it,
late.
yeah. It came out in July. Um, and they'll be in San Antonio on Christmas evening. So go check them out.
At what? Do you know what venue?
The Beer Depot.
Depot, the Beer Depot on
Mm-hmm.
Christmas night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's the Homeboys, Ahora por Ley, and you can find the video on YouTube as well, correct?
Yes. You can find them on all digital platforms.
All right, let's check it out.
Ahora por ley voy a olvidarme de tus besos. Ya no le queda otro camino a este andado. Ya San Antonio se ha cansado de mis rezos y se ha olvidado que la quiero un montón. Voy a pedirle al viento que me lleve donde no escuche mi llanto de dolor. Si me emborracho, no es que sienta muy macho, es que se ha ido y se llevó mi corazón. Sírveme una botella de vino que quiero tomar. Y échenme esta de Ramón Ayala, la que dice, enséñame a olvidar.
That's probably my favorite part of the song, when it does that little bit of a low part and then it goes back to fast. I really like that part. Ahora por Ley, the Homeboys, they're gonna be at the Beer Depot on Christmas night, so we all go check it out. We had some more people pop in here. Let's check it out. We have uh Vicky. Hello, Vicky. Victoria's Promotions in the house. Saludos, saludos. Thank you so much for coming in and supporting. People were dancing. You had some fire emojis with that song. So y'all go follow the Homeboys on all the music media platforms as well as the social medias. Go
Mm-hmm.
follow them. That was their latest song that just came out in July, correct?
Yes, in July.
In July.
You want to sometimes you want to follow them on social media because they can be a little crazy on social media. It's very
Hilarious. They are
funny.
so funny.
Yeah, so
They do
just
their little outtakes and stuff
yeah,
like that. So you you definitely want to find them.
yeah.
So, I'm looking at I'm looking at the email. We were pulling up all the music you were sending me, and tell
Mhm.
me about your logo. How did you come up with that?
The first logo that I have right here was made by the awesome producer Gabriel Zavala and Stephanie Montel. They gifted me this logo of when I was helping them out. I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago, when they were having another. Because I'm affiliated with Lagata Productions, which is in Nashville, with Rick Rodriguez, and they were working together. And Rick pulled me in to help him with his company. So one day they called me and saying that they were going to give me a new logo. So I was all like admirated, I was like, oh my god, I talked to Stephanie Montiel and stuff like that. And I like this logo more because it's a little bit more simple when I'm doing like
Your head
my
down a little bit. Let's see it one more time.
mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, so I could do put like different colors and stuff like that. And the other one, I just Google with a chat GPT. So it's just like, but I like this one because it's simple and doesn't cost that much to
Produce.
produce. With my I love caps, so it's like I do it with the caps and stuff.
Your cat. Okay, I got you. I got you. I'm learning over here. So let's go on to JP Pro. Saludos. Vicky did say hello, Laura. So
I
Vicky's out there. Um, there we go. I'm like, I know we're trying to get him in both places. Um, so talking about your logo and moving forward, have you met like your celebrity bucket list of Tejano artists? Like, have you gotten to
no,
meet everybody you wanted to meet?
not yet.
All right,
Like
who's one that you have not met?
um, well, two of my celebrity crushes is Diego Navida and Chris Bettis.
Okay, okay. And you
Diego,
haven't met them yet, right? They were just here in Dallas, girl. You need to come to Dallas.
I need to go over there. Like I need to travel. And because it's like Diego and I share the same birthday, so it's just like he's my
Jeez,
birthday twin. So it's like I have a little crush on my birthday twin.
your birthday twin.
Yeah,
All right, so Diego, and then who else?
it was Chris Bettis.
Chris Bettis. Okay. Have you got and you've been following him for some time.
Yes.
Close to meeting him, same venue,
Uh,
just didn't get a chance.
yeah. Well, I haven't gone to a venue of his yet.
You haven't gotten to see him live.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Well, we're gonna make it happen. 2026, you're gonna meet Chris Bettis at least. Hopefully. Um, what's one of the like and it's not to pick on all the bands that you play, but which band do you have the most fun with?
The homeboys.
The Homeboys, yeah.
They're funny. They're especially when I've seen them a lot of times and stuff. They're crazy guys. It's like, and I don't have to be with them to be crazy. Like when I hear stuff that they do on in the venues and stuff, like Elias jumping on a trampoline and then he had to have surgery and stuff. So it's like I'm like
Did he do that on the stage in fanfare?
yes, he did that. And then he was like, then he had to have surgery, and we're like, so now we're hiding all the trampolines from him. So him, Zumba, uh, Tanya, we're all like, hide the trampolines.
So getting to know the bands on a different level is
Mhm.
always fun, right? Because they're down to earth and they're
Mhm.
goofy and they're just really, sometimes when we see them as a fan, you think they're serious because they're on stage and usually they're just counting their stuff and trying to play. But getting to know them is probably one of the rewards, right, of being a
Yeah,
promoter.
yes, like with the homeboys, I've been with them for already 4 years, and it's been an awesome journey with them. Because as soon as they started in 2021 in March, and I jumped on board on May 2021. So it's just like I've been there for, and what was cool was when they started winning their TTMA awards. I was like, oh, like that's so cool. Like I was part of making that happen for them, the TTMA awards.
That's so awesome. So in a sense, like part of that is you, right? Like you get to celebrate that because you help distribute their music, you got them in there. um
Hmm.
so part of that is you as well, like, and that has to be a great feeling.
Yes, because it was like almost a whole year, and then they won two awards, and then the following year they won one award. So it's just like wow.
That is really really cool. TDK, you've already met me, stop it. TDK is crazy. um so if there are bands that want to work with you, Laura, what's the process? They just email you, you start talking, like talk us through that process.
I get to know them. Like if they want to inquire that I do like inquiries. Like they ask me so many questions, and if they up like the information I give them, and we just I give them my background, their background, and if they say it's a go, it's a go, and I just make sure all the information that we exchange, and make sure when is that song gonna come out, because sometimes they're like, oh no, wait till this date, or sometimes they're like, can you send it right now? I'm like, okay, yes. So it's just like, I mean, I say sometimes I talk to these artists maybe like around 10 or 11, and sometimes I'm like, I'd rather lose sleep than an opportunity. So it's just like, because some of these artists are in Arizona time or New Mexico time, so I have to accommodate to them, and just talk to them and stuff like that. So when they come towards me, just get their information and see if it's possible, and then we just exchange information, and it's a go. So
Do you get to work with other promoters as well?
um yes, there's been times where I've worked with other promoters and promoter venues too.
Okay, and that process is pretty simplified. You guys just kind of get to work on
Mhm.
either exchanging the information, or saying this band wants to perform at your venue, things like that.
Yes.
Okay. Um, how many artists does Laura promote? She promotes 10 or more at this point. Is the running total.
Mm.
Um, So if there is any other, like, as we already talked about, if a band wants to reaches out to you, you're willing to take more clients, right? At any
Mhm.
point in time.
Mhm.
As far as like any venues that want to take any of your artists, how do they get a hold of you?
They can inbox me, but then I also transfer it to their booking, because I don't do the booking.
Hmm.
So for the homeboys, I direct them to Junebug. That's their manager, their booking agent. So I just relay the information to Junebug, or even to Elias. Um, so if they want to get the hold of the artist, I just relay the message to the manager or the booking agent. So, but I get the information and I just relay it. Right?
And
Yeah.
you already know kind of what to ask and everything like that.
Yeah, like if it's plug and play, where it's gonna be. Sometimes it might be out of Texas and stuff like that. So
Awesome, awesome. If anybody is wanting to be a promoter, what would be your best advice?
promoter, just um listen sometimes to the radio stations, because sometimes they like certain ways of doing your emails, or what type of formats they like. Also just research, a lot of research of the music, like copy, what's it, the licenses,
Mhm.
the cover license. Make sure your artists do have those licenses and those codes, the IRC codes and stuff like that. So, and the BMI and ASCAP and all that stuff. Make sure your artists are know that information, because it'll benefit them too. So,
So
um,
you had to learn all of that. You had to learn what like this distro kid was,
yeah.
and what how what it takes to get out there, and you had to learn like the licensing side, not just for you and your business, but
Hmm.
for the bands in case they ask you. You have to be prepared for a band that may be established or
Hmm.
new, right?
Yeah, because I've helped out some bands. Sometimes they just have questions about TuneCore, and I help them out with it, or they have questions with a DistroKid, because I've used DistroKid before. So it's like I tell them like, go through here, go through there. So it's like, um, so I'm very familiar with the digital platform distribution for only TuneCore and DistroKid.
So I mean that, and you had to learn that just for your business, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you I mean, it is a very serious business. I know what she's doing is kind of saying she gets something from somebody and gives it to somebody else, right? It seems so simple. It really isn't, because she like she says, she has to know the licensing side, who it can be distributed to, who it cannot be distributed to, and making sure that when it is distributed, it is on all the music media platforms,
Mhm.
educating the fans, educating the radio stations or the apps or the DJs or whomever she's sending it to. She has to educate them on what type of file it is, the cover art. Like, she has to prepare us to be able to speak on it.
Mhm.
So it is a lot of work, and she does that for
Yeah.
10 bands. I mean, and they're not always releasing music at the same time.
Mhm.
It kind of, there's waves of music, but it could be that they are all working on music right now and they all
Mhm.
come to her in March and say, here.
Yeah.
um but it that is a lot of work. So what she does is amazing if you're not already understanding it. um I I was just advised you also helped with the logo for Sirius Tejano.
Yes, I did.
That's so awesome. So you're in the logo making business.
Yeah, like I love graphics. I guess because I'm an artist myself, but not a singing artist. Like I love to draw, paint. Um, uh, so it's just like making like the flyers and stuff, and it makes my creativity come out myself. So it's just that's why it's like I'm not might be not of creating music, but I'm creating other stuff.
That's how I feel when I'm making our banners for the Let's Talk to Hano. I'm like, how can I change this to make it a little better? And
Yeah,
from the first flyer to where I'm now, it's night and day. Like
yeah,
it was bad. I was like, who let this girl out?
yeah. Because it's like for me with the flyers when I first started, because I actually can see them. I'm like, wow, I've graduated from that to now, and it's like wow, it's
You're kind
like
of embarrassed. You're like, why? Why did I even let that out?
or it's like oh my god, I forgot to clean this like clean this or blend this thing right or something. So it's just like, but now I'm blending stuff out and stuff like that. So I'm like, so I'm kind of like a little perfectionist with my flyers. I'm like, no, not just let me clean it more back up. And sometimes I use my fingers, like everything on my phone. So.
Yeah, I had to get a tablet so I could start working on a bigger surface. I'm getting old, my eyes. My little phone, I was be able to do it now. I'm like, but it is a lot of work, especially when you're your own graphic artist. It's what what it takes is you have to be up to date on technology, on the laws. You have
Mhm.
to, and not only does she know Texas laws, but she has to know across like moving businesses across state lines, because
Mhm.
now you're conducting business in another state. That also takes knowledge. So
Mhm.
what Laura does is, and I'm going to keep saying it, what you're doing is truly amazing. And the fact that you just kind of started grassroots, like you just kind of did it on your own. No
Mhm.
one gave it to you, no one put it in your lap. You kind of just started. So congratulations on that. Like, that's amazing. I think that's really awesome, and I hope you're very proud of yourself. You should be very proud of yourself because
I am because I've helped out people that I didn't think I was gonna help out. Like I've helped out established artists. I've helped out um newbies. So it's just like within all the time, I'm just like, wow, I got to help out like Stephanie Montero, and I got to help out Alberto Gallegos, and I got to help out. I had a little connection with the Mavericks, so I was just kind of like, I was kind of like a little sad when Raul Malo passed away
yeah.
last Monday, and then they had their services today, and I was checking it in. So, but yeah, it's like and Juve Hidalgo, he's also a good established legend as well too. So it's like I get to help out a lot of people that I didn't think I was gonna help out, barely starting out with in the industry.
That's really cool. I mean, we've already said, who your um bucket list to meet. Any artists that you would love to work with,
Mm,
that you
no,
would like be like
no,
I would love to represent them.
no, I'm good with my artist for right now. Like I don't want to put too much on my plate,
Yeah.
and because that's how sometimes your stuff could get fall through the cracks. And I've seen that happen before, so I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. And we learn. So you said you're an artist, and I'm just checking out what's behind you. Did you draw what's behind you too?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, look at that! I don't know how to. That's really cool.
Freehand. I
I
didn't
was
trace
just gonna
it.
say, did you freehand that? That's really
Yeah,
awesome.
I like to do that stuff. And
you're you're truly a woman of all trades. You're the Jill of all trades. Can't say Jack. You're the Jill of all trades. You were given advice. We talk about it. The name of your promotion company. Let's say it for everybody that's out here. I want you to
it's
announce it for us.
it's Leona Promotions. I got the name from a TV show called Empire.
I remember that.
Got it from their last name, the Lions. But since I was working with Spanish music, I made it into a Spanish name. So
Okay.
it's registered so through Texas. So but yeah, that's how. And actually, Empire did, even though it had like a lot of drama stuff in it, it actually helped out me learning about the stuff of the music as well, because they were a recording art label too. So it's just like how to be in the studio and performances and stuff like that, and like stuff like that. So that's why I'm like, I created my own little empire.
That's awesome, and I like where you went with it. Like not just naming it that, but then you're like taking it back to where you actually like got the name from. I love it. I love it. I'm glad I got to ask you that because I always look at it and I'm like, is she just ferocious or what? And then I meet you and you're so timid and shy. I'm like, okay, she might be if we poke it, but we're not gonna make her mad. um and I kind of asked you earlier, some of the artists do kind of ask you for, advice or any of that. And you just kind of give them advice from where what you've seen in the industry.
Correct. Like,
Okay.
and whatever they, if they have questions, even sometimes if they ask me questions, I go look it up and get back with them with that. I might not have the answer, but let me check it out, since I like to research, and I get back to them with the answers and stuff.
Do you have any desire to play a musical instrument? If
mm,
you could play any instrument, I already have mine, but if you could play any instrument, what would it be?
Drums.
You can play the drums.
mm-hmm.
Favorite drummer?
uh mm, I guess Suzette
Oh
when she
yeah,
was drumming, and Aaron Holler.
Aaron Holler. Okay, I like it. I like it. I need to get him on the show too. But yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, Laura. Any like aha moments or shout outs that you want to give to anybody that could be watching that may be a band or is interested in becoming a band and need help, like anything that you want to give a shout out or like a call out for?
um if they want to become a band,
Yeah, like if they're newer, like what should be their like in your opinion, what should be their first steps?
um know what they want. It's like they could be like all over the place, but if you want to just like do Tejano and stuff like that, if they want to do Tejano, then explore other genres, that's cool. But also do research on the names as well too. Because there's been times where like I've seen that name with another band and stuff like that. So it's like, but just follow your dreams. If you want to do band, go ahead. Like a lot of people don't open up and they don't do their own band and stuff because they're too shy. And it's like, keep on doing. There might be hard times. There might be quiet times and stuff like that, but never give up on what you want to do in your musical career.
That's really good advice. And you can give an advice already to anyone that wants to be a promoter. It takes a lot of work. Kristalina said, I have had the honor of working with the Hano Powerhouse Records and Leonora Promotions in there as well. So shout out to Kristalina. So I bet you've gotten to meet a whole lot of different like engineers and other people that work in the industry as well, right?
Yes, I've met a lot of the labels from the Valley, San Antonio, Lubbock, um, Midwest, which is Danny Adalco. He does the producing for his dad, Juve Adalco Sr. Um, Rafael Antonio Gutierrez from Arizona. He's a label as well too. So it's like I've met a lot of people.
Yeah. Um, would you be interested in working at a record label, knowing what you know now, or is that something not interested because you're more artistic?
I don't mind working with a record label.
That'd be
Uh,
really
yeah, like I've learned a lot of stuff with the record label and stuff. So it's like I learned a lot.
awesome. Awesome. Um, I love what we've gotten to learn. Any other songs you want me to put up here that we can hear from one of your artists?
Um, the Conjunto Cats.
Okay,
Eres Casado. Casado.
I got you, girl.
They're
We're gonna do.
from West Texas.
Oops, helps if I spell it right, huh? All right, I'm gonna let you put me in the hot seat while I upload this song. Any questions you have for me or the viewers?
No, I'm good.
You're getting shy on me. Don't get shy on me now, girl. Do you go to fanfare?
I want to.
Are you planning on doing it this year?
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay. Hopefully we'll get to meet in person. I've gone the last couple of years. I think I've only missed the one. I've gone to the gala now, second time. Gala is a lot of fun. It's just a bunch of radio stations, podcasts, apps, you name it, interviewers, and they all in one area, and it's just a bunch of tables, and it's kind of chaotic and fun and loud. Get to see a bunch of artists just floating around and interviewing.
Mhm.
So that would be really cool if we got to see you and meet you while you're down there.
Yes. I would like to meet everybody. I need to go.
Yes, you do. Hopefully this year. We're gonna
Yeah.
put it out there.
Yeah.
All right. We have Eres Casado by Conjunto Cats.
Si mis amigos me invitan una copa, aunque quisiera, no los puedo despreciar. Y si les digo la verdad, no tengo ganas. Y luego me le empiezan a cantar. Eres casada y te regaña tu señora. Y ya no puedes andar entre la bola. Eres casado y te regaña tu señora y ya no puedes andar entre la bola.
It's such a jam.
Mhm.
And young. They're young and talented.
Salgo a la calle y me
That's the part I really wanted to hear. I always have my favorite parts of songs. Like
Mhm.
you can tell that I critique all parts. There's sometimes I'm listening to a song, I'm like, man, that beat, and they're like, but the song's not that great, ma. But the beat is great. Like I don't care. That's really funny. So
Yeah.
Conjunto Cats. Do you want to name some of the bands that you work with?
I've
I don't want to put you on the spot and you forget someone, but do you have?
I have Powerhouse Adviso from Houston. Uh Grupo Stampede. Um
They're from here, from Dallas. I'm waiting for you to come up here so we can meet them together.
Yeah, and um, the homeboys, um, Rosalva and the crew, from New Mexico. I have been helped out. Conjunto Cats, and
There's a
that's
lot. There's more. There's 10 guys. Do not.
Julio Daco Senior, and I've helped out the Conjunto Compas, um, and
They're from Florida, right?
Conjunto Compas is from the Valley,
Oh, they're from the Valley. I'm thinking of a different band then.
and I hope I'm not forgetting anybody, but I think I'm getting shy.
No, you're fine. You don't get shy on me. We're gonna get some shout outs real quick. Gavino Perez, saludos going out to Gavino. Sandra Rivas, I think she liked the song. I saw the comment in there. We have Sean Zambrano, Mr. Tejano Swag in the house. Saludos out there to Gonzalez. Saludos, and Terry, thank you so much for holding down the fort tonight. I appreciate everybody that's commenting, liking, and sharing. Miss Laura, we got her out of her shell in this special interview. Let's Talk Tejano and Serious Tejano firmly believes in connecting everybody, the fans, the labels, the DJs, and we bring that to the show. I'm missing my two co-hosts tonight because we've had a busy week, and we have other work things that we're doing, but we like to bring everyone so that you all, as fans, know both sides and all sides of the business, the fan side and the business side of it. And Laura is bringing her unique side that she gets to promote it. But it's not just a here's this to that. It's learning a lot of laws, businesses, learning the music, learning the stations, learning the app. She has to stay up to date on every single app that's out there, the DJs that are playing the music. She educates us, she sends us music. She works really hard for the industry. Um, a- and you're doing it, you started grassroots, meaning you just, I want to do it, and you jumped in and you did it, and it takes a lot. I know, because that's kind of what I did. When I was in the radio, I was like, I had a mentor, and he taught me a whole lot, and I'm grateful for that. Um, and now with the podcast, same thing. I just jumped in and said, "Oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into?" So it's a lot, Laura. So I'm very proud of everything that you're doing, and I'm grateful for everything you do for the industry because our promoters are huge, especially for the DJs, to try to stay in up to date on all the bands. Like sometimes we see bands and they give us a couple of songs and then we don't see them anymore and we
Yeah.
don't know what happened to them, and you're kind of helping us out. So what you do for the industry is vital. You help keep us educated, you help us keep us up to date. You help the bands come to us. So like you might be in my live one night, share it and be like, hey, she's playing your music, the band's gonna come follow me, and that just helps them talk to more fans. Like it's just a revolving door, and I appreciate everything you do for the industry. You're doing an amazing job, and I hope you're very proud of yourself, and you have a good support system. Like you've built a lot of relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
you've established, your name in the business because you're not out there seeking bands, they're seeking you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot to say a lot. Laura
Yeah.
goes above and beyond for all artists. Thank you, Laura, for always supporting. That's from Kelly D, La Comadre. Y'all go follow Kelly D if you're not already. She also interviews here on Sirius Tejano. Saludos, amiga. Thank you so much. But Laura is amazing. The emails I get, I mean, I'm gonna now be better at telling her because I didn't know that she liked it. I was like, if she sends this to so many people, I wouldn't want responses back from all of them, but you
No, but it's
you
okay.
want the feedback.
It's that, like, I know people get busy and stuff, or they even actually get lost in the mail too. So emails. So it's just like but like I said, the best confirmation is hearing it on the radio. And I what do you call it? Um, what do you call it? Like it's like that's the best confirmation. So, um,
Best compliment that you're getting your job done.
yeah.
Honestly, the best compliment that you reached out to in a station
Mhm.
and they're playing your music. Do you like to be tagged and all that? Like if an app or DJ or someone's playing your music, do you want them to let you know?
Yeah, series does it too. They tag me when they get the music, which is actually cool, and I relay that to the artists and stuff like that. So, um, however, the confirmation is if it's an email, I hear it on the radio, tagging. So it's just like all those options are awesome. So, and I do thank everybody that does reply back to me and and tag me and stuff like that, because it shows that I did send out the music. If I don't, it's sometimes I like, did it go through? Did it go not go through? Because I do get like how you say kickbacks, and I'm
The
like,
undeliverables.
yeah. So it's like, oh, I know that um I have to go reach out to the radio stations where I have that. I'm like, I'm getting this.
She's scolding me right now because I don't do any of that for her. I just play music.
No, but series good. They tag me with stuff. So
I'll be better. I'll be better. I be promise. I promise. Crystalina says it's about supporting each other, not favoritism, and giving credit where it's due. Absolutely. And Laura's really good. Like she's very humble. You never see her out here saying, "I shared that music" or push that artist to be over there. She just reaches out to us and says, "Hey, we have some interviews. Hey, we have some new music." She's really, really good at what she does. So I hope you all are following her. Keep it up to date. Do you have a website, Laura, that you have established yet?
no, it's in the process of being construction, because the GoDaddy did some updates, so I now have to do my own updates too. And so, you can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, um, Snapchat, wherever you can find me. I can also on that Texas Music Office as well, which with my information too. So, I say everywhere except for my website. So,
She's
uh,
working on it though, and it is a lot to do a website from scratch. Is a lot of work. I know. I'm working on one as well. So it's a lot of work and a lot of time.
yeah, and it's kind of, and I've always told people like I'm a techie person. I like doing all that stuff. Like thanks to my job, I'm a techie person there too. So I like technical stuff. So
So go follow Laura. She'll give you all the information. If you're an app, a DJ, and you have not had the chance of getting Laura's emails, please reach out to her. She'd be happy to send you music, and all the artists and information of who she's working with. And I definitely appreciate Laura. Do you have any like final words that you want to close out the show with?
no, I just want to say hi to everybody that's been watching, and shout outs to all my artists. I want to I say all my artists because I want to skip anybody, and especially like the homeboys. They, I don't know if they're watching or not, but um, they've been cool too. So it's like I want to shout out to everybody, and thank you for the opportunity too, and to break out of my ice.
As we had to break her out of her shower, I was like, "Come on!" I was like, "She's like, no, I'm behind the scenes." I'm like, come on, girl. We got it. She finally came out and I'm really happy that we got to do the your first interview here
Hmm.
on Serious Tejano because we love supporting new artists. Like what you do for the industry, Serious Tejano firmly believes in. Let's Talk Tejano, Triple M Radio. Like we all have the same mindset. We're not just pushing new artists or we're not just pushing the original music. We're pushing everybody. That Tejano's new music, the classics, you're doing, new bands, new artists, new music. So we all work so well together because we have the same concept. We want music, we want the Tejano music to keep thriving. And
Yeah.
we only are going to do that by allowing new music to come into our world. So we had a really good talk last night with Juan Trevino about how the radios worked in the back in the day and it's changed so much, so it's up to us as the fans of the music to listen to new music. Just try it once. Try to listen to the song a couple of times. You're gonna fall in love with it.
Mhm.
I guarantee it. Tejana Martinez says, "Hi, Laura. She's awesome." So she said, "You're awesome."
Thank you.
I think you have a lot of fans that you may not know, who all is watching you. I think you're an inspiration, and I'm really proud of everything you're doing in the industry. You're vital. You and the other promoters are vital. Hats off to you. I don't think we give you guys enough credit for everything that you're doing. Congratulations on your business,
Thank you.
all of the artists that you support, all the new music that you're pushing out there. You deserve a lot more credit, and the next award show, I hope you win it too. Like, that's just, you're
Well,
nominated, right?
uh, this weekend I did win for best promoter. With
There we go. I wanted you to bring it out.
it's cause like I it's like I want the artist to get more recognized than me.
Girl, what you're doing in the industry is so important, though.
I,
Like, stand up and take your accolades. Like, stand up and take your kudos.
yeah,
It's okay to do it every once in a while.
yeah. That's why like I rather push my like I said like I rather have the artists get recognized because they do like a lot of the hard work. They record. They take time out of their family and stuff like that to record, and they go perform. They go travel and stuff like that. So I feel like um they deserve more the recognition for their hard work.
It all goes hand in hand, though. If they're not making new music, then you have nothing to promote. But if you're not there to promote it, where is their music going?
Yeah,
So
but
it's hand in hand. It is there. And that's why I say, like, everyone's equal. The artists do work hard. Don't get me wrong. It's They produce, they put music, they play instruments, they sing. But if you're not here to promote it, and we're not here to play it, and the fans aren't here to listen to it, if one of those puzzle pieces are gone,
mhm,
it's not gonna be complete picture, right? So take the accolades, take your congratulations.
yeah.
You just won promoter of the year at what award show?
It was Conjunto Puro Conjunto award show that happened in Zapata, Texas,
So
and
congratulations.
my artist, the Homeboys, also won for best entertainer of the year.
See how
So
she can't stop promoting? Like, she just she's like on it. Like, that response right there should tell you enough that she's just never gonna stop promoting her artist.
mhm.
Mark Albanese says, "Saludos, Laura. She's pushed our music, and I'm grateful. Thanks to her on behalf of Tejano Powerhouse Records, I appreciate it. Laura and Chris have done for us. So congratulations. See, like, take your accolades. You're doing essential work. Like, I can't say that enough. Saludos going out to Gil Jimenez. Thank you for tuning in, Mr. Jimenez. Thank you, Mark, for showing up here tonight. And I agree, she's amazing. We just need her to. She's a little too humble, but it's okay. It's okay, and that's what makes Laura Laura. I'm glad that we got to give her first interview, and hopefully we'll do it again soon, and
Yeah.
maybe you can bring some artists, or when you're with your artists, we can do a live interview or something. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
So award-winning promoter, over 10 bands. We're going to say over 10 bands that she represents. She's working night and day. She has we're going to say a real job, and then we have this job.
Yeah.
Laura, you're truly amazing. She makes graphics, she makes logos. She drew what's behind her. If y'all could see what's behind her, she drew that. She's just she is very talented, very amazing.
Yeah. Like it's funny because I have my 8 to 5 jobs, and I tell my artists like I'm available 24/7 for them. Like, and I said I'll get back to you for during lunchtime. Like if you have any like issues or anything, just I'll get back to you at like I tell them at um I'm available during lunchtime and after work. So after work, I'm just running home, and then I start with my little promotion stuff, and it's like, and I even do it on sometimes on the weekends. Like it's a nonstop for me. Like I don't take a holiday with my art with my promotions, and so it's like, especially with my procedures, it doesn't take that long. So if somebody wants something really last minute, I'm like, okay, let's do it, you know. So like I'm on the go. It's not, if it's not my 8 to 5 job, I'm doing promotions. I'm doing graphics. I'm doing content on TikTok. So it's like 24/7 job.
You're amazing. I hope everyone's following Laura, and following the artist that she represents. She's working on a website for us, but all the information that of all the artists that she has is on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. You're on Instagram too. Um,
Yes.
so follow her on there and heart. This is so essential. On the music media platforms, go heart the artist, follow them, and then share it with your friends and family. Like share her posts. If you see a band that's live or playing music, like share that post, because you just never know who might watch it. Even someone that may not know they like the Hano music might like it or be turned on to a band, a new band. So be open. I'm going to ask all our fans, be open to new music, be open to stepping out of our comfort zone and allowing new music to enter into the Tejano genre. That's what we need. And Laura's doing an amazing job for the industry, for the genre. And I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again. You're amazing. So thank you to doing your first interview with Sirius Tejano and me. You're stuck with me tonight. I apologize, my co-host couldn't be here tonight, but it made it
Well,
less. It wasn't such so pressure that two people are asking you questions tonight.
yeah. No, but it would been cool to have another Texan fan.
Whoa, calm down.
Well,
Okay, Joe, the interview's over. Just kidding. Because even Joe's back there is a Texas fan, so I'm outnumbered. I was outnumbered the other night too, and now I'm outnumbered again. That's okay. Go Cowboys! I don't care if we're going home, but we're going somewhere. Okay, but
I'm
Texas are okay. They're the second Texas team. Cowboys will always be the first Cowboy Texas team.
yeah. But,
um, Joe, and you know what? When George was like, "Man, we have Laura. I'm gonna miss it." She's a Texas fan too. He was really bummed, but
I'm
um,
a sport fan because I've met some in person, the players, but they're old players. But I've gotten their autographs and everything Texans. So
you and I are a lot of like. I love sports. I love music,
I,
and I love working behind the scenes like you
I
are.
like sports, and my team in football is the Texans, but my basketball team is the Lakers.
Oh no, the Spurs, girl.
It's because I was the Kobe Bryant era. So
Uh, yeah, see, I wasn't a big Kobe fan. Mark Alaniz said, we have new music coming out soon. Laura will be working for us again. Keep an eye out for Leonora. I want to say Leonora, but it's not. It's
Leon,
Leona.
Leona.
Leona
Yeah.
Promotions. I see my No Sabo kids coming out. She's the lioness.
Sometimes
Um,
it could be like that.
Tejano Powerhouse Records. The lioness is here. Well, Laura, I appreciate you taking the time. It's right before the Christmas. You. I think I have one more interview after you, but I love that you and I got to spend this time. Sorry, my camera likes to highlight me. I love that you and I got to spend this time together, and we definitely will be doing it again.
Yeah.
And we're gonna keep pushing you. Any music you send, we're gonna be adding it to Sirius Tejano. DJ Elite is live every Friday from 12 to 2. Your music that you send us, he will get added and he plays it for us. I am live Saturdays and Sundays from 9 to 11 on Sirius Tejano. We definitely like to showcase the music when we're live, as well as it's playing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So the music you send us gets added. Gil Jimenez says, "Give me your info, Miss Laura." So you might just have acquired another music. So Gil Jimenez is out there asking for your inbox. So just
I
send her a message here, and she'll reach right back out to you.
yeah. If anybody wants to inquire, you can reach me through my inbox. Message me. I'll reply as soon as possible or right away.
Yes, and she'll give you her number and all that fun stuff. So, um, definitely be on the lookout for more of the work Laura's putting out there and the artists that she gets to work with. I appreciate you. I hope you have a Merry Christmas.
A Merry Christmas too.
All right, we'll be in talks. We'll still work behind the scenes together, but I appreciate you and I hope you have a great rest of your night.
Thank you too.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was so awesome. I love it. I love I got to meet her and I learned a lot. I hope you guys did too. If you guys are interested in working with Laura, just send her an inbox. She is on it. And she will let you know what the process is. For all the radio stations, apps, and DJs that are out there, reach out to Laura if you need new music from any of the bands that she's working with. But the part of this, Serious Tejano, I am Triple M here in Dallas, Texas. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I know we're not having any more interviews for the rest of the year here on Sirius. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Be safe and God bless. Good night, y'all.